When the physical body completes its earthly chapter, a truly magnificent journey commences for the soul, one that often remains profound mystery during our time in the material world. The very first moments after what we call death are described not as an entry into darkness or an empty void, but as a profound and illuminating awakening. The soul, gently released from its temporary earthly vessel, experiences a sensation frequently reported by those who have had near-death experiences, an extraordinary lightness, a profound freedom from the physical constraints that once bound consciousness to matter. In these initial moments, a sense of wonder and perhaps some confusion may arise as awareness expands far beyond the familiar limitations of physical perception. The soul finds itself in what many spiritual traditions describe as a transitional state, a bridge between the world just left behind and the spiritual realms ahead. It's here, in this gentle unfolding, that the first phase of the soul's year-long journey is said to begin. Many ancient teachings speak of an energetic connection, sometimes called a silver cord, linking the soul to the physical body throughout life. The gentle severing of this cord completes the transition, allowing the soul to begin perceiving reality through entirely new faculties, not with physical eyes or ears, but through the lens of pure consciousness. Colors may appear more vibrant, sounds more exquisitely harmonic, and a deep sense of remembering often occurs as the soul recognizes its true, eternal nature. Do you wish to attract positivity and good vibrations into your life? Comment below to affirm your desire for good things and to join our collective intention for a brighter path. And please tap like if you're ready to welcome these positive energies. This dawning recognition can bring varied responses. For souls deeply attached to material existence, there might be a period of resistance or confusion. Others, particularly those who cultivated spiritual understanding during their lives, are said to navigate this transition with greater ease, embracing the expanded awareness with gratitude and a sense of wonder. Be sure to stay with us, because as our story unfolds, we'll explore profound life review and the initial adjustments the soul makes in these early days. What guiding principles and loving encounters shape this incredible voyage beyond our earthly sight? During these early days following the transition from physical life, the newly released soul often finds itself in a unique position, able to witness the earthly realm it has just departed. It's said that many souls observe their own funeral proceedings and become acutely aware of the grief experienced by their loved ones. In this state of expanded, yet still adjusting consciousness, the soul may attempt to communicate, to reach across the veil in an effort to reassure those left behind that all is well, that existence continues. These are the moments when many reported after-death communications are said to occur as the soul, still learning to navigate its new reality, sends waves of love or unmistakable signs of its presence. A central and profoundly transformative part of this early phase, as described in numerous spiritual accounts and profound psychic readings, is a comprehensive life review. This experience is often misunderstood. It is not a judgment in the way we might conceive of it from an earthly perspective, with an external authority figure meting out rewards or punishments. Rather, it's a deeply personal and enlightening process of understanding. The soul doesn't merely watch the events of its recent life unfold chronologically, like a film. Instead, it experiences these events with profound and multifaceted empathy that transcends its former, singular viewpoint. It feels not only its own emotions from those times, but also, with incredible clarity, the emotions of everyone who was impacted by its actions, words, and even unspoken intentions throughout that lifetime. Imagine a soul who, during life, perhaps unknowingly caused hurt through thoughtless words. In this review, that soul would intimately feel the pain those words engendered in another. Conversely, forgotten acts of kindness are re-experienced, along with the genuine joy and comfort they brought to others. The ripple effects of both significant decisions and seemingly insignificant choices become vividly apparent. This immersive review is an unparalleled educational opportunity for the soul, allowing it to fully comprehend the meaning, consequences, and spiritual lessons of its earthly sojourn. It marks the true beginning of integration, where the wisdom gleaned from physical experience is absorbed into the very fabric of the soul's being, preparing it for further growth. As the initial days extend into weeks, what further adaptations and encounters does the soul experience in this non-physical existence? As the days extend into weeks, the soul gradually adapts to its new existence without a physical form, Spiritual tradition suggests that those who maintain spiritual practices or cultivated inner awareness during their earthly lives often report this adaptation occurs more smoothly, as if they have been unconsciously preparing for this very transition all along. For souls who live primarily focused on material concerns, this period may involve a more significant adjustment, sometimes described metaphorically as a kind of gentle spiritual therapy. This loving assistance helps them release lingering attachments to the physical world and expand their awareness to embrace their new, more subtle reality. A pivotal realization often occurs during this time, the understanding that in these spiritual dimensions, thought directly creates and shapes experience. What might have been dismissed as mere imagination during physical life is now recognized as a potent creative force. The soul learns that consciousness sculpts its surroundings and encounters far more immediately and powerfully than in the dense reality of the material plane. This dawning awareness brings with it both an incredible sense of freedom and a profound understanding of responsibility, as the soul recognizes its innate power to co-create its experience through focus and tension and the quality of its own vibrations. By approximately the end of the first month after physical transition, most souls are said to have completed their initial adjustment period. They begin to explore the vastness of their new existence with growing confidence and curiosity. It is during this time that they often encounter other souls, not only kindred spirits they knew in physical life, ushering in joyous reunions, but also benevolent spiritual guides. These guides are often described as beings of immense love and wisdom who assist in the acclimatization process, offering comfort, insight, and gentle direction. Communication in these realms transcends the limitations of earthly language. It occurs not through spoken words, but through a direct transfer of thought and feeling, a form of telepathic communion that is far more intimate, nuanced, and complete than any dialogue experience on Earth. As the soul becomes more accustomed to this vibrant, responsive environment, what new levels of understanding and recognition does it begin to encounter in the unfolding months of its journey? As the soul becomes more attuned to its non-physical existence, typically between the second and fourth months after transition, it is said to enter what many spiritual traditions call the realm of profound recognition. This is a period where the vastness and interconnectedness of spiritual reality become increasingly apparent, and the soul begins to more fully understand its unique place within the grand cosmic tapestry. During this phase, many accounts describe joyous encounters with what are often termed soul groups. These are collections of kindred spirits, souls with whom one has journeyed across numerous lifetimes, sharing experiences, lessons, and deep bonds of love. Imagine the indescribable joy and profound sense of homecoming that such reunions might bring. Meeting beings who know you completely, who love you unconditionally, and with whom you share a spiritual history spanning eons. One beautiful account tells of a spirit who, several months after his transition, described encountering not only his beloved parents and grandparents, but also souls he instantly recognized with deep inner knowing, despite having no conscious memory of them from his most recent earthly life. It's like remembering something you never knew you forgot, he explained. The recognition is immediate and complete. This period also brings a significant deepening of the life review that began earlier. Now, with greater spiritual clarity and a gentle distance from the intensity of physical existence, the soul examines its recent life within the much broader context of its entire eternal journey. Patterns become evident. Lessons attempted across multiple lifetimes come into focus, and the soul begins to understand the spiritual contracts made with other souls and the higher purpose behind circumstances that may have seemed random or even cruel during its time on Earth. To continue inviting enlightenment and the flow of good things into your journey, comment "Hope" below as a personal affirmation for continued illumination and positive happenings. Many spiritual teachings also speak of a kind of tailored spiritual education that occurs during this phase, perfectly suited to each soul's unique developmental needs. Some describe access to vast libraries containing the wisdom of ages, while others speak of vibrant learning centers where advanced souls share knowledge through a direct transmission of consciousness, an experience that is profoundly transformative rather than merely intellectual. If such loving reunions and opportunities for profound understanding await, what a healing that some souls may need, and how does this expanded perspective change their understanding of life's challenges? For souls who may have departed with unresolved emotional trauma or lingering attachments from their earthly lives, this period of profound recognition often involves deep and compassionate healing work. Spiritual accounts suggest that benevolent guides, some of whom may have been known during physical life and others who are master healers in the spiritual dimensions, assist in this gentle restoration. Through what might be described as a form of vibrational therapy, wounded aspects of consciousness are gradually soothed and restored to their natural state of wholeness and harmony. It is also during this enlightening phase that many souls begin to truly comprehend the deeper purpose behind the suffering they may have experienced or witnessed during their physical existence. From this elevated vantage point, challenges are no longer seen as random misfortunes, but as powerful catalysts for growth. Relationships, even difficult ones, are understood as opportunities for balancing karmic energies and fostering profound spiritual development. Even the most arduous circumstances, when viewed through the lens of the soul's eternal journey, are often revealed to hold precious and often hidden gifts of spiritual evolution. Consider a soul who struggled greatly in life, perhaps with addiction or profound loss. From this new perspective, they might see how their struggles created openings for immense compassion in those around them, how their journey prompted others to examine their own lives more deeply, and how even their most challenging choices contain seeds of profound spiritual teaching, both for themselves and for others. The purpose of incarnation, it becomes clearer, isn't solely about achieving happiness as we often define in human terms, but more profoundly about growth, service, and the continuous expansion of consciousness. Earthly concerns that once seemed all-important are gently recognized as temporary conditions within an eternal and ever-unfolding journey. As this period progresses, many souls also develop the ability to more consciously and intentionally connect with their loved ones still in physical form. This may explain why many grieving individuals report sensing the presence of departed family members or friends most strongly several months after their passing. The soul, having gained a measure of mastery in its new state, can more effectively direct its love, comfort, and healing energy across the dimensional boundaries. What further transformations occur as the soul moves towards even deeper integration and understanding of its eternal nature? As the soul's journey continues, typically moving into the 5th through 8th months following its departure from the physical, it enters a profound phase that mystic traditions often describe as the period of deep integration. During this crucial stage, the soul begins to synthesize all that it has learned and experienced, not only from its most recent incarnation, but also from the illuminating insights gained during the early months of its transition. This integration is far deeper than mere intellectual understanding. It's a vibrational assimilation where wisdom becomes an intrinsic part of the soul's very essence. Imagine the difference between intellectually grasping the concept of compassion and truly becoming compassion itself. This reflects the transformative nature of soul integration. Many spiritual teachers have spoken of this as a time when the soul begins to perceive what might be called its unique soul blueprint, the higher design and overarching purpose of its journey across countless lifetimes. While still maintaining its individual consciousness, the soul now recognizes itself as an integral part of a greater cosmic pattern, interwoven with all other souls in an intricate and beautiful dance of spiritual evolution. It's during this period that a comprehensive understanding of karmic resolution often unfolds. With its vastly expanded awareness, the soul can perceive the complete tapestry of cause and effect, tracing how actions in one incarnation created specific conditions in another, how relationships served as sacred vehicles for balancing energetic exchanges, and how even the most intense challenges provided invaluable opportunities for soul growth. For example, a soul might come to understand how a seemingly painful childhood deficiency was, in fact, a purposefully chosen catalyst, precisely designed to help develop profound inner strength and cultivate a deep compassion that will become its greatest gift to others. If this journey of reflection and discovery speaks to your heart, supporting us with a like and subscribing to the channel allows us to continue sharing these inspiring explorations together. Beyond this deep understanding, many souls also begin a more conscious participation in what might be termed cosmic service. They discover that even without a physical form, they can contribute meaningfully to the great work of spiritual evolution, perhaps by sending healing energies to loved ones, assisting newly transitioning souls with compassion born of recent experience, or contributing to the upliftment of consciousness in ways we can scarcely imagine. What significant choices and revelations await as the soul approaches the culmination of its first year in this expanded reality. In the final months of the soul's first year beyond its earthly existence, typically spanning the 9th through 12th months, a most profound process is set to unfold, a period often described in spiritual traditions as a time of decision. During this culminating phase, the soul, now deeply integrated with the wisdom of its past life and its expanded spiritual awareness, reaches a critical juncture. Here, it consciously determines the next expression of its ongoing journey. This significant choice isn't made in isolation. Accounts speak of the soul entering into deep communion with what various teachings describe as councils of light, or assemblies of highly evolved spiritual beings. These benevolent councils don't dictate or judge. Rather, they offer profound wisdom and perspective, helping the soul review its progress and illuminating potential paths forward that align with its highest purpose and the greater cosmic good. Free will remains paramount. The soul, armed with a clear understanding of its journey across many lifetimes, exercises its choice based on what will best serve its continuing evolution and its contribution to the universe. For some, this means careful preparation for another physical incarnation, selecting the time, place, relationships, and experiences that will offer precise lessons needed for further growth. For others, it involves advancement to different, often higher, dimensions of spiritual service and learning. During this period, many also experience what mystical teachings call cosmic vision, a breathtaking revelation of the interconnectedness of all creation and their own intricate place within this infinite tapestry. From this vantage point, the soul perceives the exquisite design woven through seemingly random events and relationships, understanding how all experiences serve the evolution of consciousness. It is a moment of profound acceptance and clarity, where the soul recognizes that even its most challenging earthly experiences held purpose. As this first year concludes, the soul completes its release of primary identification with its most recent physical life, while fully retaining all the wisdom and love garnered. It stands not as a limited identity it once held, but as an eternal consciousness, aware of its journey through countless forms and ready for its next adventure. This understanding transforms our view of death from an ending into a sacred new beginning, a doorway into ever-expanding consciousness. As we reflect on this incredible journey and the eternal nature of the soul, comment, "We are eternal," below to affirm this profound truth with our community. And your exploration doesn't have to end here. Click the video now appearing on your screen for another powerful message.